Welcome back, Panther fans. I'm David Brown here with Ryan Graham,
Hey, y'all.
and that's absolutely it. This is State of Yeah, you're not doing the beer tonight, right?
No, I got my glass of wine.
Oh, ain't you fancy?
I got my bottle of wine.
Well, it's not a box of wine, so you're doing a little bit better there.
Yeah.
I don't hate the boxes of wine. We did a fancy chef's table dinner place several weeks ago for my wife's birthday. So it's like a January, maybe it was February. We did it late or something. Anyhow, fancy dinner. I mean, it's like $125 a plate, and she's like, "Do you want to do the wine pairing?" And she's pregnant, so the wine pairing doesn't really matter to her. And I'm like, I can drink the cheapest bottle of wine or the fanciest bottle of wine, and it's no different to me. So no, I'll skip the wine pairing, and I'll just drink some Tropicalia and some bourbon.
Boom.
So, which was over $50. So I probably should have gone the wine route.
Well, you got what you wanted, though.
I got what I wanted. Yeah, I got myself a $500 bar tabs. What I got myself. Well, with the dinner, it was tip anything. So I'm assuming you probably didn't pay attention to this, but just an hour ago, Georgia State men's baseball had a walk-off win on a wild pitch from Kennesaw State.
I saw a tweet, something about it being sexy or something from you, right?
Yeah. I tuned into the game, and normally these games that play on Tuesday, they're kind of finishing up while we are recording. But this one, I turned it on at I don't know, let's say at 6:00, and it was top of the ninth, tied game 5-5. I'm like, wow, this game has gone fast. And not for lack of scoring. Both teams put up 5 runs, but so I had to watch it. Got 3 out on those guys. They got 2 outs on us. Got a couple of guys on base though, and just wildest of pitches and bad ricochet for them, and we were able to steal home and win the game. It was awesome.
All right, nice.
Which is good coming off of with this past weekend. We got swept by the team that shall not be named.
Yeah, I actually was going through the hashtag Light It Blue, and somebody was making fun of us with that. So
yeah, I didn't get a chance to. I mean, I tried to watch some of the games. I've definitely followed along with what was being covered on them, and it just sounded like it was just a bad weekend. It's college baseball, so it's not going to be to the top level of competition, and just you have some of these young guys have bad weeks, and it seemed like everybody was having a bad week the same weekend. There's some wild.
That's a good thing.
Some wild pitches ourselves, some errors, unearned runs. I think they had a total of 9. We gave up 9 unearned runs over the course of the 3 games or something. Mm-hmm. We were up both. I think was it Thursday and Friday? We were up in both those games before just giving in. And the trash down south.
Are we still the top of the rankings for Sunbelt?
No, I think that we are now 3rd.
Oh no.
I want to say that Texas State is 1st and the trash down south is 2nd, with us coming in 3rd. So
we got a little work to do now.
Right. Yeah. But we got the win against Kennesaw State, which is great. And as far as the baseball RPI goes, we were had made it up to, I want to say 25th, dropped as far down to I think 35th with the loss of those 3 games. But Kennesaw was ranked 18th. So getting a win against them will be a chance to spring back. And then we have Lafayette coming in this weekend, which I want to try to go down to at least one of the games this weekend.
But we don't.
I know, but this is actually a week. This is the week that I had penciled on my calendar that with everything going on between the end of basketball, my own personal obligations, whatever. This was the weekend I thought I could actually make it to a game. So I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try to make it down there.
Yeah, cool.
Are you gonna?
I don't know if I can or not.
Yeah. Do you have any interest in going to a baseball game in Panthersville?
It's not enough to make me go to Panthersville usually. So if we did like an event or something, I think I could get down. I love tailgating, so I'll go pretty much anywhere and tailgate.
Right. Yeah. I was actually thinking about this. I was looking at this the football schedule because I look at schedules just routinely, and I realized that I'm going to miss out on the Thursday game we have with Coastal. What is it, at the beginning of the season, I guess right after the out of conference finishes up, because I've got Elton John tickets that we bought, a year ago, because that's how long ago you have to buy tickets for something. They announce it's going to be coming out. All right, spend your $300 now, and you'll see him in 18 months.
Wow, I mean that's a long time. But Elton John, that's pretty cool. I thought he was done.
Exactly. Yeah, this is called the final farewell tour. So it's the final farewell. Like he's had multiple farewell tours. This is the final one.
Oh God, yeah.
Something like that. But I, but I was, I was thinking about it. I'm like, all right, well, it's a Thursday night. Obviously my wife's gonna be working during the day. The kids will have school. I can still go tailgate at the park all day long, and then just meet her at Mercedes Benz for the.
You should just go tailgate the Elton John show.
But I could tailgate at Georgia State.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because I'm gonna drag your ass out there anyways.
We'll see.
Wait, you have your like October, I don't know, 19th already planned?
I don't know. I have all kinds of shit planned, man. Campaigning's tough.
And we're not getting political in here, man. Come on, dude.
We're not, but it's an action that I have to do. It's an activity. But turning tailgates into campaign activity helps.
Yeah, you did that when you ran for the Public Service Commission. You were out at the tailgates wearing your silly little polo or button-down Ryan Graham for Georgia shirt. I was like, come on.
It was probably a T-shirt. I had the T-shirt.
I want to say it was I want to say you dressed up nice. You're trying to be pretty for everybody.
Ooh, well, I'm always pretty for everybody.
And you try to be. Anyhow. Back to stuff that people actually care about.
Oh boy.
So with Lafayette this weekend, they're doing pretty good. They're below us in the rankings for the conference, but as far as conference records go, they're just a game behind. So it could be good. And obviously, Lafayette's turned into one of those kind of teams that they're just a rival now, and they're in every sport. I want to see them lose.
Yep, absolutely.
Especially at the hand of us, but in general, I want to see them lose. And then back at UGA up in Athens on Tuesday next week.
Man, okay, so we get to play them. It was, I guess, a home and home thing, even though ours
we
wasn't
pretty
really
much do that every season with the in-state the other in-state schools that are not trash down south. We'll get like a 1-game series, maybe a 3-game if it's Mercer or something. But
right.
Yeah, so I guess we got our home game, which ended up being closer to them up in Lawrenceville, and then heading back up to Athens this next Tuesday. So
yeah, that's not too bad.
They're doing good though. I'm excited about this baseball team, but man, it hurt last weekend. I was really bummed about losing all 3 of those games.
But, yeah, no, and it's like you got to hear about it too. It's pretty annoying.
Well, that's one thing as I was tweeting about was for so long when we were beating Southern in all these sports, and then like they were beating us in football there that very first game, and they're like, football's all that matters. Football is all that matters.
Right.
Now they're beating their chest over baseball, and I'm like, wait, I thought that football was all that mattered. Oh, it only matters when you're beating us. But when we own that record against you, now you got to look for every possible thing. I've never diminished one sport over another. Obviously, football gets majority of our attention, basketball right there with it. But I love beating them in every sport. I don't.
That's absolutely. And when they beat us, I'm sad about it.
I do not
all
like
the
it.
Time.
It bummed me out. I was not in a good mood.
It's no good. It's not that sport doesn't matter. It's that we got beat by TDS and we got to do better.
We should never lose to them in any sport.
That's right. Bus lot boys, do better.
Do better. Yeah. I don't think we play them again. That was our one series in the conference. So if we see them again, it'll be in the conference championship.
We'll definitely beat them.
If that's how it works. Yes. Yeah. Well, they won't make it. They're going to lose the rest of their entire season and miss out on the playoffs. I don't know how this stuff. I don't know how this
that
stuff
sounds
works.
Like a plan. I like it.
I don't know how this stuff works. So this week is the return of the spring tour.
All right.
I've missed out on this. So, well, I didn't say I've missed out. I've missed this because with the COVID crap, we haven't had it the past 2 years. So it's finally coming back. They had the first one at the spring tour. Sorry, the spring game.
Yeah.
And then, so this is, and before they've done like 6 of them. Now we've only got, technically 3. But are you going to be able to make it out this Wednesday or Thursday to either of them?
Probably not. Where are they?
Well, the one is tomorrow night, Wednesday night, is going to be Imaginarium over in the Dairies, so not far away from where you live.
I don't know those words you just said. The what? At the what?
The 3 Taverns Imaginarium at the Atlanta Dairies.
I don't know what that is.
Do you know where the movie theater is off of Memorial? Do you know where the Chick-fil-A and the Glenwood Kroger are?
Yeah.
On the other side of 20 from that. It's a whole new development. I'm assuming there's probably some dairy processing place. They call it the Atlanta Dairies, and they've got all kinds of like little restaurants and brewery back there.
Well,
it's pretty cool.
Pretty close. That's tomorrow night.
Yeah, this Wednesday night we'll be there. What is it? Start at 6 or 6:30, and Coach Elliott will be at that one. Coach Elliott will be at both of them, and then the second one on Thursday is going to be at, I think it's called Round Trip Brewing up in like that Howell Mill like corridor of breweries. There's so many up
Oh yeah,
there, and Coach Hayes will be at that one as
cool.
well as Coach Elliott. So I think I'm gonna be at both. Looking forward to it. I think everybody that's remotely a Georgia State fan should definitely make it out to at least one of the spring tour events. They're a lot of fun. The access we have, we talk about it all the time, is unprecedented at this level of fandom. So to be able to go out there and sit down and have a conversation with the head football coach, the head basketball coach, you just don't find that at the top tier programs.
I mean, I'll definitely be there unless I can't make it.
And $10 ticket, and to be able to sit down, like you and I talk about all the time with the old coaches show at Halfway Crooks, just be able to stand at a bar top and have a beer and talk to the head football coach was cool.
I mean, and it was really like shooting the shit with like a friend,
Right?
like
Exactly.
that was what that was the mood,
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it was completely candid. Like there was like everything went. Hearing all kinds of stories about
Yeah, we learned some things.
The cities and towns, the places that like has like hates, like the where some opposing teams played, the places that he hates had guns pulled on him in certain places. I mean, it was great. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I feel like I'm rushing through topics right now because you're not giving me anything to say back.
Well, I've been talking back a little bit.
Let's see. What else?
There's not a lot. That's the problem.
There's not.
We don't have Tim here to help us out,
Men's tennis claimed a Sunbelt championship.
And then when I do say stuff and you just completely wash over it and like ignore it, then it makes me you're training me.
I'm grooming you. Wait, what did you say? You said something about Tim not being here? Yeah, we know Tim's not here.
Yeah, I don't think you're allowed to say that though, the grooming thing.
Why not? I grew my beard.
Do you?
I don't know. It's another term of grooming, right?
Yeah.
My dogs get groomed.
Like with like IT processes that what used to have grooming meetings, now it's refinement because you can't groom.
You don't want to groom. It's bad.
Not okay. Can't groom.
It's a 5-letter, 4-letter word.
Yeah.
Well, by that.
I'm like, don't we like groom our animals and stuff? Like
I just said that. See, you ignored what I said. Now you're training me. You're grooming me.
Boring sometimes.
I am boring, especially right now. This is horrible. Men's tennis won the regular season Sunbelt championship. Or no, not regular. This is the conference, the tournament. They won the whole thing, the whole king caboodle.
The conference tournament.
Men's tennis Sunbelt champs for the 2022 season. Champions.
They were so happy. They were bouncing all over each other and like, I don't know. Yeah. Weird.
Speaking of grooming, there was some weird, like, pile action going on the tennis court. Did you watch that video?
Yes. Yeah. They were real happy.
I got all the South Park Back to the Pile vibes going on during that whole thing. The one guy at the bottom was just like I'm sure he was kind of like, guys, let me out, guys, come on, I'm tapping out. No, that's awesome. Congrats to them. I think they won it back in 2017, so it's good to get back into a championship. I assume this means they go on to some kind of NCAA championship.
Is it like May Madness?
Yeah, mayhem.
That's better. You did a better job than me.
Yeah, I use words sometimes. Women's tennis finished for first in the regular season, and there'll be a second seed in the Sunbelt Championship this weekend. So another chance for another conference championship this weekend. Go ladies.
Did they still do that Bubas Cup thing?
Yeah, and I think we're doing pretty well in it right now.
Maybe I'll care about it if we win it.
I think it's pretty much mathematically impossible for a Bubas Cup. And for anyone who doesn't know what Bubas Cup is, it's something we talked about it in the past, but it's something that the Sun Belt does, and it kind of rewards a school for being, the best across all the sports for an entire athletic year.
Not all the sports, just some of the sports that they picked.
No, it's all of them. It's just that we don't play all of them. So you've got some schools that play more sports than we do, and so they get points that we could never get.
I thought they omitted some of the sports too. Like I think the beach volleyball is not included.
Well, beach volleyball is not included because that's not a sponsored sport by the Sun Belt. It's only Sun Belt sponsored sports.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah. Well, it's a Sun Belt thing.
So we play some other sports, but they're not the Sun Belt ones, and so we don't get included.
Men's soccer is not included because it's not a Sun Belt sport, but it will be included
this season. It will.
This following season.
Yeah,
not this year.
Yeah, so it kinda sucks because I think it's like Arkansas State just wins every year, right? Because they
Yeah,
have,
'cause I
like,
think
all
they
the
have, like,
sports.
everything. They have all the sanctioned sports
Yeah,
or something, so
yeah. They should
th
normalize it somehow, you know?
there's nothing to do in Jonesboro, so all they do is just play all the collegiate sports.
Just Sunbelt sports. They were like,
So,
"Pick all the
Sunbelt
Sunbelt
collegiate sports.
sports." Yeah.
Yeah, I think some of the schools, I mean, it's not Sunbelt sanctioned. I think some of the schools still have, like, skiing. I think Monroe is, like, nationally ranked in, like, men's skiing or something weird like that.
What?
Yeah,
Like
maybe it's not.
like on a lake or like on a
Like a wa
mountain?
yeah, like water skiing.
Oh. I would've I sort of assumed from on a mountain and but you said Monroe, and I'm like, "What how do
Yeah,
they
I
what
think
do they do it?"
they're being pulled by one of those big, huge, like, fan boat things on the swamp, dodging alligators and
I mean, that's how
crap.
you
I
get
don't
good.
know. Yeah, it's like you don't wanna fall down.
It's one of those, like, you if you can dodge a car, you can dodge anything or whatever.
Exactly. If you can ski off the back of an alligator, you can ski off the back of anything.
That's right, you're good. You're good to go. And
Uh,
you get the cream of the crop because anyone that falls, they're done. Donezo. You don't
yeah,
have to
as
cut
soon as
them. They're out.
as soon as someone goes down, you're just the next man up.
That's right.
Yeah,
Survival of the fittest.
s absolutely. Uh, I gotta I don't know, I'm trying. Let's see.
Sorry, guys. We had a tennis and baseball news. All
Yeah,
right. And then no
we're
Tim. So it's
we're
gonna just bear with us. All right.
yeah, we're less than 20 minutes in, and we're already onto the other sports. But I do have some other stuff, some basketball stuff to talk about. But I wanted to go through this. Beach volleyball had a great weekend. 3 more wins against Florida Gulf Coast, College of Charleston, South Carolina. They got 1 game left against Coastal this weekend, and then they're heading into the Conference USA championship because Conference USA became the sponsor for volleyball this past season, which I'm assuming that may be something that will transition to the Sun Belt with all the Conference USA schools coming over here. I don't know. I'm not
Maybe. I
sure.
mean, it's hard to believe that Marshall has a beach volleyball team, but I guess we do. So
You have one in the middle of downtown Atlanta.
yeah,
You can have one anywhere.
that's true.
All you need is a place to pour some sand. You can pick that up at the. You could build a collegiate beach volleyball court just by going to Home Depot and grabbing some sand and a net from Target, right?
Pretty much.
I don't want to diminish the sport. We're really good at it, and
I mean,
but
so
it's
the whole reason soccer became a thing is because it, like, it didn't take much to play. All you needed was a ball and some place to kick it. I mean,
right.
it's not a big deal. So you're not diminishing the sport or the team by saying that it doesn't take much to play.
I mean, beach volleyball is what we got that because of football. With the Title IX requirements, they
Yep.
had to add another female sport, and I'm glad they added. I think it's a great sport to add.
Are we
Beach.
are we even Title IX compliant yet? I don't even know. I know they said that like the whole idea was that you just had to have a path to get there too. Like you could kind of not do it for a while as long as you had a plan to do it.
Right, and I think that's our plan is to add women's lacrosse at some point, and
Oh yeah.
so that's the plan. And whenever we start getting forced to do something, then we'll execute said
We'll just
plan,
get we'll get that.
which is
Where
kind
are
of
they gonna
which
play?
is
Are they gonna play 188?
yeah.
Probably.
At the soccer facilities where it would be, I would assume. Actually, if you go onto like Google Maps, it actually has a little marker for women's lacrosse right there at the soccer complex.
All right.
I'm assuming someone probably just added that in. I don't know how all that works, but yeah,
Me
which
neither.
is kind of a bummer. I mean, I would think women's lacrosse would be awesome to add. The few times I've watched lacrosse, I've really enjoyed watching the women's play. The only thing that I think that stinks about it is we've got to get that before we could get men's track and field back. And I think it'd be great to have men's track and field playing again because I know a lot of football players or a lot of the other athletes like to play 2 sports and be able to do track as well. And it's kind of not having that kind of stinks.
Yeah, I think it's alternating seasons too, so it like fits perfectly if they want to
Mhm.
keep. It's a good reason to stay fit and through the off season.
So I would like to have men's track and field come back, but we know that won't happen until we get another female sport. And even then, well, what are the chances
Maybe
we
not.
get? Yeah, you probably want to do another women's sport. And I'm all for it. I would like to see more sports. I would like to have several more sports being played for Georgia State. Being where we are with the number of students we have, why aren't we playing in everything possible? And I know the answer is money, but
Yeah,
I think it'd be great to have as many as we possibly could.
yeah, and if you have facilities already for other things, then there's no reason not to. I mean, it's like the women's lacrosse playing at the soccer field. There's no reason not to do some doubling up like that.
Exactly, and the women's track and field play over there at Phoenix Park or play. practice over there at Phoenix Park by you in Summerhill. Obviously, you don't have there's no such thing as a women's track and a men's track. It's just distance, right?
It's just a track, yeah.
I would assume. I could be
Yeah.
wrong about all of this. I'm
No,
probably
you're
wrong.
not.
I'm probably wrong about all of
They're
this.
standard. They're it's like four laps is a mile. They're all standard.
They don't have women's feet and men's feet for distances.
No, it's not like golf, man.
I don't understand that with the tees because it's not even that big of a
It's like
difference.
10 feet up.
It's
like,
not that
it's like
big of a
nothing,
difference.
but they're pink.
Yeah, you gotta have the different little tees. I don't know.
It
That's
helps.
weird to me.
It helps, David.
Oh, obviously it helps by about 20 feet.
Yeah, it is super weird.
What if they had two different holes on the green
Heyo.
instead? Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't mean to say that. Instead of changing the tees, what if they had like two different flag posts on the green
And one just like 20 feet closer?
Yeah, and you could do either one of them.
No. Men have to go to one and women have to go to the other.
Well, yeah, men get a plus stroke if they get the closer one, and then women get a minus stroke. Oh, this is getting bad. Anyhow,
strokes and holes.
Something I don't like to talk about recruiting a lot because it bores me to death. But I saw that there's a basketball recruit, a guy decommitted, Sean Baby Shaq Phillips, decommitted from.
Sounds good.
Decommitted from NC State. Yeah, he's like a high 6 foot, low 7 foot center. Apparently, he's rated at different heights and different sites.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, so you're talking about nearly a 7 foot center weighing 250 pounds, and he decommits, and Coach Hayes immediately offered him. I think he posted that he got an offer from us, and then like shortly after, one from Washington State, and since then, several other schools, some big time players have offered him. But I like the aggressiveness of Coach Hayes. I don't think he realizes where he's coaching right now. He's kind of like,
does.
we're going to go for the big guys. We're going to go for everybody. I like that aggressiveness out of Coach Hayes. It looks great.
It really depends. So with some of those big timers, like you're going to throw the offers out and see if somebody just is like, you know what, I really want to be in Atlanta, or see if it comes back with something. But I also don't think they should be wasting all their time trying to court some of these kids who are going to end up going to North Carolina, or I don't know who's good anymore, but some of the good schools.
North Carolina, they were just in the championship game, so I think you could consider them still good.
Well, okay, so North Carolina, Duke, Gonzaga.
Right, yeah.
I think some of those types of schools.
Apparently he had some interest from Xavier previously, so maybe Jonas, we're on a first name basis now. Coach Hayes, maybe had some conversations with him in the past, like I capitalize on that. I don't know. I just really like that aggressiveness. I like seeing that because I feel like a lot of times we were wondering why players that were out there were not getting offers or being talked to, at least that we knew about. Yeah. And the answer is like, well, there's no shot they'll come here. You know what? Give them an offer. If they come here, they come here.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's still no guarantee they're getting talked to. We have no idea if he's having a conversation with them or if they just gave him a phone call and said, you're offered.
Right. But I liked that. And his name is Baby Shaq.
Yeah, Baby Shaq sounds good.
They can get like an NIL with like Shake Shack or something.
Could be. I mean, I think it's just because he's a big guy, right? But like not that big.
Yeah, I don't know enough about him. I
watched a TikTok of Shaq the other day, where it was actually really funny because they basically said no photography, and the guy like held the recording in his hand, and Shaq like during the picture like looks down at the camera and like makes a face because he knows he's being recorded, and it's hilarious. Like he makes this really stupid face, and the guy is like posted. He's like, I had no idea this happened until I watched it like later on. I think like a full 6 feet above that guy.
Right. Yeah, he's a tall fella, I believe.
He is a very large person.
Yes. Yeah, tall in all aspects. I mean, he's just a big man. He's just a giant. It's like that's like what stories, like old historical, stories about giants or whatever are written about. It's like, yeah, it's a guy it's a 5'4" meeting a guy like Shaq. Like, yeah, he's twice my height.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call him a giant. Yes. I can't see that far, so maybe he only has one eye. Maybe he's a cyclops too. This is the stupidest thing ever.
I don't know, man. The top of your hand. Pretty dumb.
Hand.
The straight.
Yes. Yeah, it's proof. So there was some big news that came out last week about Georgia State. Ludacris getting a honorary degree.
Did we not talk about this?
I have it in my notes. I think it came out the day after because Georgia State does things the day after us.
Oh, you know what? I think you and me talked about it over tacos.
We did on our Friday tacos.
Yeah, we should just record that sometimes.
We should record our entire lives and just
all the
just
time. Yeah, exactly. Somebody should want to buy this.
Yeah, so Ludacris gonna get an honorary degree. Obviously, the big thing is like, was this our way of bribing him to come out and play? I think someone posted this on one of the message boards, Panther Talk, probably, that it would be great with this degree to have him perform at halftime at the UNC game to open up the football season, or pre-game, post-game, whatever. I
Can
think
he
it'd be awesome.
perform with our band though? I would like that to happen.
That is awesome. Yes, I
Yeah.
would love to see that. I
Yeah,
want
I
to
don't want the
see.
band to not play. I want the band and Ludacris.
Yeah, if we can have the band back him up to like area codes, like hose and different area codes,
I
be
mean,
great.
whatever. But yeah, I mean, we
What's my
talked about it.
fantasy?
We talked about it on Friday, where I was basically, some people probably upset that people give out those kind of diplomas, but I think he went out and did the work already, and so like he earned it. He didn't like
Right.
go not do anything with it. He left because he went to go do the work that he was earning with that degree anyway. So
Yeah,
give the guy the degree.
yeah. And it's not like they gave him like a finance degree. It's an honorary degree in like music.
But if he had like went off and done something brilliant in finance, or like written some brilliant
Right.
white paper or something, give the man a friggin' degree.
Of course. It's not like honorary degrees are not given out to people in business. When I went to my friend's graduation at Georgia, there was Ted Turner was being given an honorary degree from UGA.
Yeah,
Obviously, he's accomplished a thing or two in his day in
yeah.
business.
Some of these people, I think, collect honorary degrees, though. They've just got like a pile of honorary degrees from
Yeah.
schools.
It's like we could pay this guy $500,000 to come speak, or just give him a piece of paper, make him wear a weird robe. It was funny listening to Ted Turner speak, because he says something along the lines of money is not all that matters or whatever, and the entire was it Sanford Stadium just starts laughing at him. He's like, I guess whoever wrote his thing didn't really think about this a lot, and so he's reading it and he kind of catches what he's saying. He's like, "Don't get me wrong, it sure does help."
Is it
Going
you
off
that always
script.
tells me that Dave Grohl story?
Yes, I got a great Dave Grohl story. I have one Dave Grohl story, and it's great.
It is good. I think I told it, but I butchered it. You should say it now in case
Obviously,
they
talk
haven't.
about whenever Dave Grohl comes up. So anybody that knows me that is listening to this, I'm sure you've heard me talk about it when Foo Fighters came to Center Park Stadium. But there was like in the early Blink 182 days, one of the guys from Tom DeLonge or whoever from Blink 182, he's on tour with the Foo Fighters. They're over in Europe, and they're kind of bummed out because apparently they're the worst rock stars of all time, and they were turning down all their groupies because they were missing their girlfriends back in California. And so Dave Grohl's like, "Why are you guys so bummed out? Like, now we miss our girlfriends." Like, "Hey, just fly them out here for the weekend. What's the big deal?" And he's like, "Well, we don't have we don't have Nirvana money. We can't just fly them across the country, across the world." And Dave Grohl looks at him straight in the eyes and goes, "Man, you should get it because it's awesome." Thanks for the pity laugh. You've heard this story a zillion times, so you.
It's funny. It's good. I got that movie on Plex. I want to watch it. The horror movie, the Foo
The
Fighters
Studio
horror movie.
666.
Yeah,
Yeah. I actually forgot about that. I want to watch that too.
yeah. I have
The
access to it. I just haven't seen it yet.
which is kind of sad now because one of the guys that dies in the movie has died in real life, the drummer for Foo
Yeah.
Fighters. So that's not a
Yikes.
spoiler. In the previews, the trailers, we saw that everybody in Foo Fighters besides Dave Grohl dies. So no
And
spoiler.
even him.
Does he
doesn't
die at
seem-
the end? I'm assuming probably. I don't know.
He's
How
all
you-
possessed and shit. I don't know if he's alive during that.
That's gotta be the worst if you're possessed and you kill everybody and then you get unpossessed and they're kind of like, "Hey, you killed these people." I'm like, "Yeah, but I was possessed." Like, "Yeah, but we can't like just not let you not go to jail for this."
Yeah. Like that, a likely excuse, Dave Grohl.
Exactly.
Anywho,
This is a very, very random episode.
Woo!
I think that. Oh, no, I got one last thing. The USFL started over the weekend, and Brandon Wright, former punter, Georgia State, is up for no, not an award, but like an internet polling for the best special teams player from his 75-yard punt for Tampa over the weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
Go
So I
Brandon Wright.
I tweeted that out. So check out the tweet and vote for him. He was between the four guys they were going. He was right behind first place. I think he had 30% of the vote. Somebody else had 31%. And I'm sure that guy sucks. So
Can you watch that on TV?
USFL, yeah, it's on Fox. I watched a couple of games, the Sunday games on Easter.
Was it any good?
It's football. It's better than not watching football.
Okay.
Because I went to the fan control league game on Saturday here over in Kirkwood with Terrell Owens and Johnny Manziel playing just over here in Kirkwood.
Is it not Terrell?
I have no idea. When I corrected myself, every time I thought I was wrong.
Oh.
So,
all right. Well, Chad Williams is 31.3%, and Brandon Wright is 29.9% now. So
Brandon's going down in the polling. We need to get him up there.
Separating a little bit. Yeah.
Log into all your different Twitter accounts and all your Twitter bots and vote him up.
Yeah. Punt.
All right.
That makes more sense.
That's
a crazy punt.
75-yard punt. Yeah. What did I say?
Yeah, you said it. That's what you said. I didn't get that.
So apparently there's like some either kick or punt blocks that are in there as far as things. I'm like, yeah, that stuff happens. That's great. But a 75-yard punt, that legit sounds like an incredible. That's all on him for the most part. So
yeah.
And all those games are being played in Birmingham. So he's on the Tampa Bay team, but he's playing in Birmingham. They're all
of them. All games are in Birmingham.
All 8 teams: Michigan, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Tampa.
Go to Birmingham every weekend.
Dallas or Houston. I'm sure there's some Texas team in there. They're all in Birmingham.
Every weekend they play in Birmingham.
Yeah, and then the fan controlled league that I went to, all those games, all of them are played. They don't have cities associated with them or towns, but they're all located in Kirkwood over here. Interesting. It was cool. It was a lot of fun. It was kind of like an arena league, like 50 yards, all close knit in. But I had fun.
Yeah, you mentioned that in the group chat, and I did not know what you were talking about at all. And then nobody helped me. I had to Google it.
They did not do a good job of marketing that league, and they're not doing a good job of like updating their stuff. When I went to go check the scores the following day, their website does not give you the scores. Their app does not give you the scores. The app actually has the playoff bracket from last year on it. I had to find a Bleacher Report article that actually had the scores from the games. So they need to get on that. But that's surprising because it was very, very cool when it was there. I got me a Kingpins t-shirt. I'm a Kingpins fan.
Okay.
It's Marvel sounding.
Did you win?
No, we lost by a point. Maybe
Is
2.
it because you picked the wrong play?
I think it's because I had to leave early.
Had to be your fault.
Yeah, it's because I had to leave early. The wife messaged wasn't feeling so hot. I think she got some food poisoning, and the little kicker inside was kicking on the stomach, not making her feel worse. So
yeah,
I had to come home. So I actually missed the end of the game, so I was not able to check it out. But
they should have gone for 2.
I think I'm going to. Well, that's what they do every time. There's no point. There's no kicking at all in this game.
Oh.
So it's kind of funny when you do that touchdown, the point after the 2-point conversion. You don't line up the entire team up. You get one receiver, one defender somewhere on the field, and then the quarterback has a stool, like just a regular stool you would have gotten from Walmart or something. They set on like the 5-yard line, maybe it's the 2-yard line. I don't know what it was. And he just picks the ball up and has to make a single play or a single pass. You can't run the ball. So it was kind of interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
From a stool.
You think they'd have like something like awesome, like just tee made to hold the ball up, but no, it's just a regular old like little stool, stackable stool that you would find at a.
Oh, and that's where the ball is. So that he's not sitting on the stool.
No, the ball's on the stool. I guess I said that wrong. The ball's on the stool.
Well, no, I don't think you said it, but I just assumed a stool is a chair, and so.
No, it's actually a pile of poop. It's the stool sample that they.
Yeah.
All right. That's it.
We're done. Donezo. 35 minutes.
I think we're done. If anybody is still listening right now, thank you so much. Let us know.
Us. You really love us.
If you're listening still to this point, please like tweet out or reach out or something like that and just say that you were listening to this point, because I think it'd be funny to see if somebody that made it through 35 minutes of us rambling about the most, through all the time, the 139th episode we're doing now, through a pandemic when there was no sports news going on at all, we found something to talk about. And this is like the worst week.
Yeah. Yeah, we usually had help though. I blame Tim for
Yeah,
all
it's always
this.
Tim's fault. It's always Tim's fault. So,
Yep. He's not
all
here
right.
to
Well,
defend himself, so it's easy.
exactly. And we'll forget about it by next week. So he brings it up. We're like, we didn't say that.
What are you talking about, dude? Why would we blame you? You weren't even there.
Exactly. All right. Thanks everybody for listening. Appreciate it. We're gonna do last call. Have no idea what we're talking about. Probably talk about how bad this was.
Talk about the
No,
Batman.
Justin's here. Felt bad for you guys with only one viewer. Oh no, there's more. Just it gets hidden a little bit. So thanks.
There's at least 2.
There's always at least 2. Yeah, everyone's moms are watching. So thanks for listening. We're gonna do last call where we talk some more. You can find it on for free on patreon.com/State of Atlanta. Consider joining our Patreon for $3 a month. You get early access to last call, as well as access to our private group chat, which is the most fun, discounts on our merch, and early access to whatever dumb stuff we do. So thanks for that. Patreon.com/State of Atlanta. Please consider joining, Justin, and we will talk to you next week. Say goodbye, guys. Say bye, guy.
Bye, guys.